What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. 2 days through using iOS 26 beta 1.5 or re-release, whatever you want to call it, and we have some takeaways. Let's jump into the first thing right off the bat. A lot of people are saying that Control Center looks a little more refined and that translucent effect in the background is a little stronger so you can see all of your control center and all of your notifications a lot easier on the lock screen or throughout your device. I think this might be a placebo effect. I don't really see a huge change. I could be wrong. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. But either way, this is something Apple will continue to work on for the foreseeable future. And I do think, at least as far as performance goes, this has been a much better build than what we got a week ago on last Monday at WWDC. Beyond all of that, though, I do feel like there are so many opportunities still in this app, or excuse me, in this OS. First thing, battery life, still horrible. So it literally has been unplugged for 31 minutes only this morning, and I've dropped 9% almost, and I haven't used it. It was some Google Photos background taking actions, Find My, which wasn't even used for anything, WhatsApp, nothing really of note has been used to destroy the battery life. I was using the Mail app the most this morning, and clearly it's not even listed here, so kind of weird, kind of surprising. You can see daily usage average. It's still hovering in that range that I would normally use it for, so not really sure what truly is going on there, but that is just something I wanted to make you guys aware of. And also to show you, again, just to reiterate, this beta and prior betas really shouldn't be used on primary devices unless you're doing it under the assumption and notion that your battery will probably drain a lot quicker and your max capacity will probably take a hit. After 281 cycle counts, you can see we're down to 96% running every beta since this phone's come out until today. And this beta here is definitely the one causing a lot of battery drain. 18.5 was horrible as well. That's when I really started seeing the reduction in max capacity. But again, just something to be aware of. That is kind of what you're getting into with these betas. I always recommend not installing these yet, especially since this feels more like an alpha than a beta build. From the heat disbursement enough alone, just doesn't make it a comfortable using experience. Now, if you were to jump around and kind of look around on, let's just go to Stocks app, jump into the app, you can see when it works very seamlessly well. No real issues here at all with how fluid it is, so that's at least a plus. One call out I do want to mention too, that Apple did subtly make a change for. You see your little home bar here, it does fade off pretty regularly now, as I'm assuming Apple thinks everyone's used to these swipe gestures and know where to go from the beginning, so it's really not needed. But it is something that is missing in all of the apps. If that's something you're used to or use it as a guideline, it is not there in most apps. Also, one little PSA here, if you are going to download this app, make sure, or this beta I should say, make sure you use this feedback app. This is what's going to help improve these betas going forward. This is what it's meant for. It's meant for developers and users that have this beta installed to give their honest feedback for opportunities, bugs, issues, things of that nature, and this is what helps Apple's engineers fix the apps in the first place. So just something I want you guys to be aware of. And then lastly, also, since we did mention this in our video on Friday, if you actually were in general and about an iOS 26, this second beta or 1.5 or re-release, whatever you want to call it, I made a comment about this coming in with a U build at the end, which is down from the N build of the first beta we got. Hopefully next Monday, because that's when I'm assuming we'll see the next build, this will substantially improve because this headed in the wrong direction. If you're new to Apple betas, you probably don't know that the closer you are with that letter at the end of the build number to the beginning of the alphabet, an A, a B build, something like that, that signifies we're close to a public release. Even though we are definitely assuming that these betas will run for months for obvious reasons until about September when the new iPhones come out, hopefully this isn't a sign of issues found to an extreme that they did not expect. So Just a call out here, again, not ready by any means for prime time. I am assuming we will get the next beta build on the 23rd here. That'll be our first 2-week gap between a beta 1 and a beta 2. And then hopefully we'll start receiving weekly updates after, because we definitely will need to have better clarification and operations on this iOS 26 build. That's it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think. Comment down below, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.